In this piece, I'm, as the title suggests, interested in creating the feeling of an overgrown garden. And yet I'm not doing this with any real plants. What's in my garden is rugs that I scavenged on Craigslist, a love seat that I've used in work off and on for the last 10 years, my parents' old couch, various other thrift store finds, and fake plants that have made some appearances as well. Um, what all these objects have in common is that they're all kind of faking this idea of nature. They're all decorated in a way that makes us associate their presence with ideas like femininity or purity or beauty, and some people might even have more nuanced interpretations of particular flowers. You know, red roses are often associated with something more romantic than, say, a daisy. And so what I envision doing with all of these floral surfaces is putting them together in a way that feels like it's this kind of overgrown garden. It's this thing that, a garden is usually, it is kind of organized nature. There's a gardener who tends the plants and nurtures them, but who also gets to reap the beauty and the benefits of these flowers or plants. But in this garden, things have gone a bit awry. I want the garden to feel sort of the opposite of the way that these images usually feel. This type of imagery is so common in the home that I think people also associate these patterns with ideas about the home, which is, again, usually a place we feel safe and welcomed and cozy and a place that we want to be. But I think these decorations in our home are so common and give us so much kind of pleasure and comfort that they're also a little bit dangerous because they make us think that we're kind of cool with nature, that we're one with it. We've got it under control. But in doing so, they also give us a pretty conventional set of ideas about the world and about our place in it. One of the threads in my work is an interest in how we as human beings, and human beings that live within very specific cultures, define nature. And nature is usually thought about in terms of like an opposition to culture. It's the opposite of being human, but that doesn't really make sense because humans are animals. We're part of nature, and the things that we build and the effects that our industries and cities have on the environment is also part of nature. So this has actually become so confusing, and nature and culture are overlaid onto each other in such complex ways that scientists, as I'm sure you've heard, have developed a new term called the Anthropocene to describe a new geological time period that's characterized by the ways that humans have altered the cycle of life here on Earth.